Alright, first of all, I'm making this video because people that I play with, they're saying, why do people believe that your videos are fake? Are your videos actually fake? Why did you have 196 meds? So I'm going to go over all of the alleged accusations in this video and explain to you why they are false, because I don't think that anybody has shown my point of view from this situation going on. Also, I know this is actually going to help this YouTuber out a good amount because he'll probably get people visiting his channel after this, but you're welcome for that. It was a pretty nice clickbaited put together video, only 5 minutes long, but it got him some views, so.
Now, in summary, not everything in Rust Academy is staged. They even tried stealing the Content Cop base builds, but they stopped after Rust.
Alright, I'm going to try to translate what this guy is saying for you because he's kind of hard to understand with this thick accent.
And ask the question, why the fuck is there 196 meds in your hotbar?
Okay, here he says, why is there 196 medical syringes in your hotbar? So, we actually made a video on CM Gaming showing you how to do this. I mean, you used to be able to do this before they patched it. So you just simply go to your craft queue and you type in the amount you want. Like you can get 50, you can get way over the amount of 10, which is the stack limit for the server. But the thing is, if you drag them off of the stack, they're going to go back to 10. But if you switch them with something like a building plan or a single item, they'll stay in their stack of 100, 200, 196 in this case. Now this has actually been patched since April, when the limit for crafting queue size was changed by Andre. He's tweaked the rules around crafting queue size is now limited to the item stack size. So now you can't type in 200, 100, it'll only let it go to 10 for syringes. They've implemented this basically to bypass being able to have 100 or 200 meds on you at a time. So that's the entire 196 med thing explained, debunked, whatever you want to call it. Alright, on to his second argument about the raids being staged or fake.
Man, I already used all my rockets. I'm gonna have to C4 this.
So here I say use all my rockets. I'm gonna have to C4 it. All my C4 is gone.
Now, let
and
me
now
hold it there for a second. He said he had no rockets left, but after a little cutscene, he conveniently managed to have a rocket.
Okay, so he said all of his rockets were gone, but after a cutscene, he conveniently has a rocket and C4. See, this is called editing, where I edited out going back to my base, gathering more explosives, coming back with those explosives, and using them in the raid to be more efficient. So just because there's a cutscene, see, that means that you missed a part. The part where I went back and got rockets and came back. I didn't want to waste your time with running out of the base, going home, getting the rockets, running back, climbing back in the base. Instead, I made it a little better to watch and just cut all that out, and now I have rockets. It's not a very hard concept to understand. And this is how most of his arguments are, like, after the cutscene, blah blah blah, something has changed. No shit, that's why I cut it. So you don't have to watch all the crap that happens in between.
Carrying out where he actually dies and goes back in a fit rage. That can only happen if it's spawned when he's got no resources to actually make that ladder. Now, the meds are stacked to 10 on this, but he manages to have 196 meds.
Alright, he says the meds only stack to 10, but he manages to have 196 meds. So he's still going on about the syringes.
One infantry spot. That can only happen if it's spawned in, and he conveniently, when in the well, manages to get a ladder when he's got no resources to actually make that ladder and get his way out of.
Okay, so I think here he says he goes in the hole without having a ladder or resources to make the ladder. Yet he conveniently gets the ladder. So what happens here, if I can remember correctly, I killed a couple guys, I checked them for ladders, they didn't have one. I typed F1, I typed in kill, I went back to my base, and I came back and I dropped in the same hole with ladders, except I cut all that out so you don't have to see all that bullshit. And then I just continued the raid.
Dead, you can clearly see the meds.
Okay, he still goes on about the meds here.
And they disappear as soon as he notices, and you can see
and
he hasn't got anything
he says they disappear as soon as he notices.
to actually make that ladder, but he manages to get it.
So I cut, and then let's see where I come back. Here, okay. There's the cut. I come back. I threw the meds away because I didn't want to bring back 200 meds. I noticed that, holy crap, that's way too many meds you need. So I came back with 10 meds. I brought the ladder. This is all after a cut, going back to my base, F1 killing. I didn't decide to show the F1 kill because I thought it was not very good footage to show. Instead, just continue it from here.
So I knew it on 2 more floors. Let's do the first.
So let me hold it here quickly. Now listen to what he says, because this is extremely important for this next clip. What he says when he jumps down, exactly word for word.
He says, listen to what he says exactly when he jumps down, word for word.
Armored door and hatch. That's a
I say there's armored door and a hatch.
pretty good sign.
Now I can't even remember if there was actually a hatch there or if that was the hatch that had fallen and the gibs were kind of covering up the stone floor.
Now,
Okay, so there was a stone floor there now. Now I'm thinking that the hatch had fallen down and the gibs were covering the stone floor, which is why I said there was a hatch. But then I cut and I actually double checked and there was no hatch. It was actually just a stone floor covered by gibs of a hatch.
you can clearly see that hatch that was there before is now a stone floor. Now,
So he says you can clearly see that hatch that was there before is now a stone floor. So the stone floor was always there, but the hatch that had fallen after I destroyed it covered up the stone floor completely with the gibs. So I did not see the stone floor. I thought it was just another hatch. I would have shown me saying, oh, actually it's a stone floor if I thought it was pertinent to the video. Okay, and that's it.
again in this clip, he uses the editor to his advantage. When he puts the blueprint into his hotbar, he isn't build blocked. There's a quick cutscene and magically he's building blocked again and he's facing
Someone
a
shoot
slightly different
close by.
direction. Again, just doesn't look right at all.
There we go.
Okay, here he says he puts a blueprint into his hotbar and he is not building blocked. And there's a quick cutscene and then he's building block. He means building plan. And I'm going to go to the actual video and show you what happens.
Someone's shooting.
Okay, there's no cutscene. It's called lag. Watch.
Maybe this turret has ammo for me over here.
I'll do
Yeah,
this in
there we
slow
go.
motion. There's no cutscene here. It's simply I have 200 ping on this server. So when I take out the plan, it glitches a little bit and then the building block comes up. But there's no cut here. You can see. I press 4. It comes out. As you can see, I just froze for half a second. The building block was coming up. You can even see it appearing. Right here. If you watch over in this area, it's coming up as soon as I take it out. There's no cut there. It's called lag.
There we go.
Alright, let's see what else this guy has to say.
Now, in summary, not everything
In summary?
this academy.
So that's it. That's everything right there. So there was the med crafting size exploit, debunked. There was the hatch, which covered up the stone floor, debunked. Somehow I would have, he says, removed that and placed the stone wall, stone ceiling. And then there was the simple lag of taking out a building plan for the building block thing to come up. and there was cutting out, going back to base, and getting a ladder. That's the entire video debunked in 4 simple facts. So the main thing here, this dude does not really understand how cutting out boring parts of a video works to make the video more entertaining. He's gotten way too deep in the details and thought he was exposing something. The only thing he was exposing was he doesn't know how editing videos works and how cutting things out to make the video more enjoyable works. Now, I'd love to debunk some more myths, so please leave me a comment or whatever for videos that are trying to expose the raids as being fake, and I'll go ahead and debunk them. This dude had some really, really poor arguments. I mean, it came down to simply editing out parts, an exploit in crafting, and Gibbs covering up a floor. Like, those are the main things. And this dude has the audacity to say that the raids are staged because of the amount of meds, or because there's a stone thing instead of a hatch, or because I cut to a building plan when I was building block when obviously it was lag. Like, this is some pretty weak arguments. I can't believe people actually believe this. If you guys really enjoyed this video and you want to help support me, if you have ad block, you can go ahead and right click on ad block, options, and allow whitelisting of specific YouTube channels. Requires restarting your browser. Restart Chrome, and then visit my Rust Academy YouTube channel, and then you can go ahead and click on ad block and click whitelist Rust Academy channel, and that'll go ahead and help me out a lot. You'll see ads when you watch my videos, and I'll get paid a lot more for those videos.